Hey everyone, Oscar with DetailGroove.co, and in this video it's actually a one-on-one call with Henry from San Diego. So basically he came to me over Facebook with a few questions, detailing related of course, and I said, you know what, let's just hop on a Skype call. That'd probably be easier for both of us. So this is a real unstructured, off-the-cuff video, so we do ramble quite a bit. It kind of goes in different directions throughout the call, but it was the first time, it was a learning experience, it was fun. So we go over just, selling, detailing products, marketing, bringing in local business via local workshops, and just a few mistakes we did over our careers. So it's gonna be a real off the cuff video. And I was thinking maybe I should just start reaching out to more detailers across the US or across the globe to see what type of value they can bring to you guys to obviously help you start and grow your car detailing business. So check the link description down below for more information. You'll find Henry's information there as well if you want to contact him in San Diego. And of course, leave your comments down below for some feedback. Like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let's get on with the call. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, man?
Good. Just trying to. I just finished doing another an engine detailing video right now, actually.
Oh, nice.
So just finished it up. So what's up? What you got going on? What's the latest and greatest with you?
No, just started up selling some microfiber towels and a couple little little applicators and some little brushes here, and that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm trying to grow more on the sales side of the detailing. So I'm still focusing on the detail part, but I want to get more into sales just because I feel that there's a little bit more money in it.
Yeah, and then but you do ultimately eventually want to step away from the actual service part of it and just want to focus more on the distribution of the products.
You know what? I'm still up in the air with that, honestly. I do have a couple customers that are more on the high end, and the money that they bring in, is more tempting than some of the money that I've been bringing in with the detail supplies. So, until I start actually seeing like greater numbers in the detail supply stuff, I'll make up my mind then.
Yeah, and then as far as selling products, it's all just been from the customers you have now.
Yeah, yeah, and I've put myself in contact with other detailers here, other car washers, and I tell them, hey, come down, take a look at what I got. You see what I have, and at least I have it here. So when you're ever in a tight squeeze and need a microfiber towel and need some kind of applicator, hey, I got it right here.
And who'd you reach out to for that? Like just like other local detailers,
Yeah,
or?
I went on Google and I typed in mobile car washers, mobile detailers, and then I made my list. I called them from there, and just went from there.
Oh, okay. So okay, and it has kind of it's worked pretty fairly well so far.
It has. I've had a couple guys come down to my shop, look at what I have, and then I also offer them like, hey, if you ever need any help, I've been doing this. This is what I know how to do. Anything from headlight restoration, paint correction, how to use a DA polisher, even like some of the rotary stuff as well. I'm not too proficient in that, but what I do know, I'll offer it, and I just go from there, and I kind of get a feel of where they're at, and like if they're like a car washer or a car detailer, and I go from there.
Oh, okay. But so you do want to so in your head, like what did you have in mind to kind of increase the selling the detailing product side of things? Like what did you have in mind?
What detailing products?
Yeah, like what did you want to do to ramp up sales for that side, like for the product side of things?
Well, I'm not in the position right now, the financial position right now to like bring in like a big name brand like Meguiar's or Optimum Polymer Technologies, or even some of the other like name brand stuff that's out there. So I gotta start, I gotta start little. I gotta start somewhere. So hopefully, later on down the line, I can bring Meguiar's or Menzerna, or Optimum. I've talked to Dan Williams a couple times, but some of the figures that they want, I just can't do right now. So I'm not gonna put myself in that position where I got their products and I can't sell it. So I'm starting off little right now, but eventually I do want to grow to have those products with me, because at the end of the time that's eye catching and that's appealing to the potential customer, whether it be your car washer, detailer, or your do-it-yourselfer.
So what kind of like what where do you have to be in order to start getting those big names? Like a certain number of sales, or like a certain number of inventory you have to order per month, or how does that work?
Yeah, the inventory and just selling the products. That's where I'm at. Just because I'm not at those figures where I could sell thousands of dollars worth of product, and so I can buy thousands of dollars worth of product to sell. So that's where I'm at right now.
So what's like the minimum purchase order, or like
Uh,
just to give me like a base number of what you're working with?
there was for example for a company that I reached out to, and their minimum was 10,000.
Like the
10,000.
first purchase order?
Yeah, the first purchase order was $10,000. So again, if I had the $10,000, believe me, I would be like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So for one, you need it first. You need to be so first financially, you have to have the, let's say, the 10,000 to make that first purchase order, right? That's hurdle number one, and then hurdle
yeah,
number two is to actually then sell those products, correct?
exactly, yeah.
Okay,
And
so
like, I am starting local. I am starting with the local detailers. So I mean, I obviously I wouldn't be able to compete like with detailing.com, obviously, or Auto Geek or Detailed Image, or those big companies, because that's what they do. They sell online, and they might not sell local. And so again, like online competitors, that's another huge hurdle that I would have to go over, when I get to that point,
yeah, and so all right, so you're aware of that the big guns with like Auto Geek and Chemical Guys and all those guys. So what's what's your strategy against that? Like out of everyone that out of the established big names that are here already, like why you? Because you'll probably have much higher prices than, I'm assuming your prices will be set not at the best rate compared to the big guns that can like flex on profit. Like just what would differentiate you than everyone else?
um I guess I would bring the aspect of the education. I'm more of a personal one-on-one type of guy. So if you come to me and you're asking to buy this product, or you got a question about a certain product, I'll give you my opinion. And basically, like, I'm more the guy that'll read the bottle, read the directions, do it, and if it doesn't work the way it says it, I'll tweak it my way, and then I'll compare it what I did, and so then that way I could pass on that knowledge to the customer and tell them, hey, you know what, I like this product. This is why I sell it. You could do it this way. This is how it's worked for me on harder paints, on softer paints, etc., etc. And just go from there. And I think that's one of the things that I would bring to the table. Selling to either well, I don't want to say online stuff because I don't think that'd be a good idea, but selling it more to like the local guys.
Oh, so you would want to keep it locally. You wouldn't want to sell like maybe like nationally.
I would, but again, I'm not there yet. So I mean, I can't start a multi-million-dollar company with what I got right now.
But
So
yeah, but let's say you're out of where are you coming from? Where are you?
San Diego, North San Diego.
So if someone in Florida was like, "Hey, I want to order from you," could you make that happen though? Like, is that like, or in the very beginning phase, you just can't make that happen? Like, you want to stay for sure locally.
I'd like to stay locally, but if somebody asks me and say, hey, you know what, I really want to buy some of your products from you, and I'm willing to pay what you want for it, because obviously, if I sell McGuire's product for $15, and then AutoGeek has it for $10 and free shipping, obviously I
Yeah,
can't
you just
compete with that. Because if they're selling it to me for $12 and I sell it to you for $10 plus free shipping, I'm losing off on the shipping and $2. So that's one of the things, and that's always the thing in business. You got your higher end, multi-million dollar companies that are selling a ton of profit or a ton of products and making that profit, and then it's you know and again, that's what it is with every business out here.
yeah. Okay. So in your head, what did you? So you're just gonna keep on reaching out to like local car detailers and maybe some like host some type of like local like seminar or something to teach people how to detail on the consumer
Yeah,
side of things.
yeah, and I've already held a few like do-it-yourself seminars here at my location, and it's I reached out to some of the car clubs, and I told them, hey, I want you to host your next meeting here at the shop, and I'm gonna show you guys how to properly wash, clay, and wax your car. So when they came down, I had their attention. These are guys that have like Subarus, Evos, little racers, and so they'd come down. They came down, and I showed them, hey, this is my shop. My name's Henry. This is what I'm going to show you guys today. Thanks again for holding your event here. And I had sodas for them. I had water. I had cookies. And you know, that brought in a pretty good sized crowd. I want to say like 20, 25 people, and this was all in their little crew, right? So and then I showed them, okay, hey, look, I'm gonna bring this guy's car in right here. I'm gonna show you how to properly wash it. Some of the myths and some of the hardcore, not hardcore, but the true and the false. I explained to them, and then I had a questions and answer type thing, and then I showed them what clay is and what it does and what it doesn't do, and then what wax is and what it does and what it doesn't do. And then if they had any other questions, I answered them, and then I sold them on the microfiber towels. That was my huge thing then. They all loved the feeling of some of the towels that I had, and they're like, oh, hey, cool, how much are they? And I sold them on them. So that's when I started seeing that I started getting traction from selling the products, and in 1 minute I sold $500.
Yeah.
So it was worth it. So I want to start doing a lot more of that and start getting into some of the other car crews that are here, because there's in the city of Escondido where I live in, there is a lot of hot rodders. So a lot of the older generation with a lot of the older cars and hot rods and stuff like that. So and they even hold a show out there, and I'm trying to get into it. It's just their insurance and how much money they're selling a spot right there is a little bit too much. So I'm trying to work out some other thing. Hopefully it might work out with another vendor that's there that I met that day.
But so,
So
that for sure was your first time doing that little car hosting and teaching,
yeah,
and it worked out pretty well, obviously, right?
it did. I really liked it, and I also made a name for myself with the detailing aspect of it. I had a guy come in from one of that car crew, and got a full paint correction and a coating. So it worked out for me in that way, and they know me, and now if they have a question, they have my card, my number, and they'll reach out to me, and that's what I want to establish for myself.
Did that take a lot of time to set up, like between like contacting that car club and hosting it? Like, what was the time frame between that?
I want to say it was about a month and a half.
And so it's not that bad, right? I mean,
No.
what? So you could probably crank those out pretty well, right? I mean, because you said there's quite a bit of car clubs around your city, right?
Yeah, yeah. And there's like a Cars and Coffee that's
Okay, yeah.
well known. But I mean, again, it's just to get to a level like that where it's like that Cars and Coffee's been going on for years. And so and it's not just like a concentration of one group of car enthusiasts. It's a wide, there's from everything from Vipers, Lambos, Porsches, different cars. But these guys I feel like it's more focused with these guys with the imports, because it's just nothing but WRXs, Subarus, Mitsubishi, Hondas. So it's more of a tighter crowd. I want to say that's more, and I'm not saying these other groups are more enthusiasts or none of that, but it's just more of a kind of targeting your potential customers.
Yeah, because I mean, I'd also kind of assume the guys that have the Vipers and the higher end cars, if they want, I think they're more worried about just paying someone to take care of the car, and then the guys with the Subis, those kind of cars, they're the ones that maintaining their own cars because they can't really afford someone
Exactly.
full time to take care of their car.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? And it's not all about like taking care of their car either. My approach is I want you to know that hey, I'm knowledgeable. I have the experience. I have the products. If you have a question, call me. I will answer it. I will do my best to help you out in any way possible to get the results that you want or that you're comfortable with on your car. So that's my goal. That's what I want. I want to be known as that guy. Hey, you know what? Oh, hey, you got a scratch right there. Oh, hey, call up Henry. He'll show you how to remove it or at least cover it up so it won't look bad. You know. So that's what I kind of want to establish myself with some of these little local car groups.
Okay, and do you get questions already? I'm assuming, of course, from customers, but are people like contacting you just for simple questions on that?
Yeah, I have. I got a question about, for example, the clay bar stuff. I had a guy call me, and he's actually from one of the car crews. He said, "Hey, I just bought myself the mother's I don't want to say brand or anything. But anyways, yeah, I just got this product, and it's the clay lube, the clay, and a wax. But the clay is making my paint haze up, and then that's where you show them. But like, okay, what kind of lube are you using? How much of the lube are you using? Is it diluted? Um, what's the grade of the clay? And then ultimately ask them like about the car. Okay, what kind of car is it? Is it soft paint? Is it hard paint? Most of the times when that happens, it's soft paint. So you're marring the paint with the clay bar. So the next step after that would be to explain them. Okay, if you want to cover it up, you could wax it. It may or may not go away. Obviously, the end result will be to get that polished. Just because if you want it to be removed, thoroughly, you'd have to get it polished. So then I explained to him the process and why it did it, and then that way he kind of understands it, and he doesn't spread the word. Oh, I used that product and it sucked and it scratched my car. That's taking away the value or the attention of that other product. And mind you, I mean, I've used a ton of products, and my thing is not to bash the product, but to like learn and then give my opinion and always say, hey, that's my opinion though. You could try it out if you want, but I like this product because yada yada yada, or I like that product, but I don't use it much. It's just not my thing, or it's not just my product. It doesn't smell good. It does. I
Yeah.
don't like the way it rubs on my fingers. Anything. And most of that, that's what it comes down to. I'll hear some guy say, "Oh, I don't use that product because it smells funny," and it's a great product. A lot of people like the FG400. That's my go-to product for compounding. And a lot of guys complain that, oh, it has too much of a chemical smell. And yeah, it does. But when you use the proper safety equipment, eye protection, the respirator, who cares, dude? It's cutting your time in shorter time when you're paint correcting, you know? Instead of like using some other product that's like, it smells better, but it sucks at cutting.
Yeah. No. Yeah. All right. Cool. So I mean, so I would like, so obviously you know your stuff. That's a given. Like you're the expert at this. But have you thought about like do you post any of this information like on Instagram or like on your personal Instagram or on your business or do you have a business Instagram?
I do. I do have a business
Do you, do you
Instagram.
do you
It's
post all this information on there too? Like make short videos?
I'm starting to, yeah.
Okay. And then so what's the do you just make a video when you have time or what's how does that go?
I make short little videos like a headlight restoration, or there was one of a black Range Rover that I just did, where I explained, the customer brought it in, he had it detailed at the dealer where he bought it, and they installed buffer trails and holograms and all this stuff, and I explained to him how it's made, how it's caused, and then what I do to correct it.
All right. So do you, do you have any strategy around that though, around using Instagram or YouTube to really grow your local following?
It's very difficult. I've noticed that I've gotten a huge response, but not where I'm trying to target it to. So obviously I want to target it locally, and I've been doing where like I'll put in like hashtags, San Diego, North San Diego, San Marcos, Vista, and it's just the cities that I'm around. But I found it that it's pretty hard because it's such a broad audience. So I got people calling, like not calling her, but leaving messages from Russia. Hey, yeah, I like your videos. They're so cool, or I like your pictures. I'm following, and it's like, damn, that's cool, but you're all the way in Russia. That doesn't benefit me in any way. I mean, it does benefit me for the follow and for the growing, my growing exposure, but at the same time, I'm trying to target it here.
Yeah. So what
So
about have you ever contemplated doing your own label, like doing your own brand or private labeling products?
um, there's a ton of products out there, and I'm not the type of person that says, "Hey, this is my product. Use it. It's the best stuff out there." Because then I'll be comparing myself or like chemical guys. A lot of the pro detailers bash on them, but they got some good products, but they just their marketing is on par. It's just their marketing is out there, man. You can't go anywhere online if you're googling or searching auto detail products. They're first ones to pop up. So obviously, I mean, they know what they're doing. I know Paul Schneider from Chemical Guys. I actually my starting was with them, and I did use their products, and but like all the professionals, they slowly go realizing what they are and who they are and what they do, and they choose to either stay with them or move on. So, and it's the trend that happens, and you got like Adams and you got all these other they just released the polisher and they're competing against Rupes. But the real professionals use Rupes and they talk smack about the Adams, saying it's a knockoff and all this stuff, and it's just stuff that I see online, and I hope nobody takes this the wrong way, but again, this is all my opinion. I hope you see that I always say my opinion because that's just me. It's not a fact. I'm not reading this online or anything like that. This is just what I see. This is coming from a consumer as well because I use their products.
Yeah. No, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Okay. No, it's because the reason I say this is because when you try to target local, like I understand your thinking that obviously you want to target. Where are you again? San Diego? No. San. Yeah, I understand it. Like it's just like with your local business, like you want to target just your city. But the problem with that is that you're so limited on the amount of people that are gonna find you locally on the digital space. Because like even if you rank on the first page for San Diego car detailing, it's only gonna be maybe at max. Like here in Houston, for all the keywords related to car detailing Houston, if you add all the keywords up together per month, it's like maybe 1,500 searches per month that people search for in Google. So if there's 10 slots in the first page of Google, every month I'm maxing out, because I'm on the first page of Google. So every month I may get maybe 200 website clicks to my website every month. And it's never going to pass that. Unless I run Facebook ads or Google AdWords, it's not going to pass that amount. Like there's a plateau to it. So the same thing with you is like, as much as you want to stay locally, like you want your Instagram and YouTube to stay within the local space, there's a plateau. Like there's just a number you're not going to pass. So one thing, like I would, because you detail, how many cars do you detail per day?
Right now I'm doing roughly about one a day.
One a day? Okay, then I would try to, and obviously, are these most like paint correction or interior cleanings or a little bit of everything?
It's a little bit of everything.
Okay, then because going like uploading the Instagram videos and photos and the YouTube, like naturally, because it's in the digital space, you're gonna get more people than just the local, like that like you said, that Russian guy. Like it's just gonna happen. So my mythology is like, just keep on pumping out that content where you get so big, and not, I mean, and that's subjective, but you start to grow your audience where naturally, because you're getting bigger and bigger, a good chunk of those are gonna be from San Diego. If that makes sense. So like, so just try to post maybe 2-3 videos a day, and it doesn't have to be anything professional. Just you holding the camera, like a selfie style type video where you're just educating your audience, and like you said, like for Instagram, adding the proper hashtags. But dude, just pump out as many videos, because Instagram, and to Instagram is so, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, there's so much content everywhere. Like it's like once you refresh the Instagram page, there's like 10 other photos that's already kicked you out of first place. So my thing would be, dude, like target, like let's say you make a YouTube video, right? And you optimize it for San Diego car detailing supplies. Then pump out maybe 2 to 5 videos a week, and again, nothing professional. Like I'm not making this like too out of the ordinary, but just like some very basic amateur videos. But just try to pump out like 2 to 5 videos a week, answering questions of what customers or people are asking you, and it could be real basic videos. But my only thing is that locally, you're just so limited on it. You're just so limited locally. So I would just say, keep on posting as much as you can to grow your audience as big as you can. Because as you said, like things can always change. Like right now you're saying, you're waiting to get that 10,000 to make the first purchase order. But after you grow your audience, and maybe as 3-6 months go by, you shift your strategy and you're like, you know what, maybe I do want to open up my own private label, or maybe I do want to make my own product, or maybe I can't open up an actual distribution company that's ships nationwide. So I mean, I would just keep on urging you very greatly to keep on posting YouTube videos and Instagram to get as big of an audience as you can. Because again, locally, dude, it's gonna there's a plateau to it. You're not gonna pass a certain number if you just target locally. So I mean, if you want to stay locally, I would say just ramp up. Maybe do it like once a month. Do like have that on a schedule, like once a month. Invite as many people as I can to my shop to do that in-house workshop of like I'll teach you how to do X Y Z. Because as far as trying to target more locally, like that's very niche. Like not just detailing, but I'm detailing supplies in San Diego. Like not many people are gonna search for that in Google. So, and then even like the detailers that do go buy your products or the people that do go buy your products, it's still very limited. Like it's great, but it is very limited. So my only thing was keep on doing those workshop things every month. Like have like clockwork every month. There's a theme. It's gonna be like whatever it is. Tell like each car club that comes your way, remind them every single month that you're gonna have this thing. Like don't let it be a one-time thing. Like every month, be like, hey guys, like just pound it in their face. Like every month I have this event. Invite as many people and try to have like some type of like raffle or reward or something to incentivize these people to come every month. Because if I mean teaching is cool, but they need to get something like tangible out of it. So you really want to entice them to come in every single month. And it's not going to happen every single month. But like have it clockwork so everyone knows like once a month, Henry has his workshop. What is it this month? Let's go this month. Maybe it's maybe it's something that I actually need to work on or something.
And you know, it's funny you bring that up. I raffled out I put together like a wash kit, and it was a O&R, little bottle of O&R, um, four different towels, three of each, and a detailer spray, and I raffled that off. And my wife made some cookies, and she brought Cheetos and water and soda. It was her idea to bring that. Like I never thought. I just my mind was so concentrated on doing the detailing and setting this up. I completely forgot about bringing that in, because that's another aspect of like, hey, people want to come because they want to be fed, they want to be taken care of, they want that stuff. So that's another thing. I did actually do a raffle, and I feel that actually did bring more of the crowd. Just when I said I'm gonna raffle out detailing products, so they're like, cool, let's go and let's see if we could win some stuff.
So did you let them know in advance that you're gonna raffle something off?
Yeah. I made a little flyer, and then once they agreed that they were gonna be there, I made the little flyer saying, hey, this car club is gonna be there. We'd appreciate it if you come down. We're gonna have sodas, drinks, food, not food, but just like little stuff to munch on. So I like to think that actually brought some more people. I was expecting a lower crowd just because I thought, the amount of people that I reached, they didn't seem like that enthusiast. But I was surprised. I was really surprised at the amount that the people came, and I'm happy that it got that much attention to where it was cool. I liked it, and I was there were some videos on social media and on that car club's page. So I feel like I got more exposure from it. But yeah, I do want to do some more raffles, and I don't know, maybe even raffle off a polisher. I'd like to do that.
Oh yeah. So have you? But you like advertise it as a learning workshop, right? You didn't advertise it like. Have you thought about how big is your shop? Is it like a shopping center? Or like is there a big parking lot?
No, it's in an industrial area. The parking lot outside is a pretty big parking lot, and there's a parking lot in front, and then a smaller parking lot in the back. So we had them all line up the cars in the back, like all in the middle of the row, and so it's able to accommodate quite a few cars.
So yeah, because the thing was what I'm gonna mention is, have you thought about hosting an actual car show?
I haven't.
So how about this? Like, let's say it's a 2-hour car show, right? And from 6 to 7, it's a car show, and from 7 to 8, you host your workshop. But because it's a car show, you have so many more cars show up because it's a car show. I remember, I think it was like 3-4 years ago, me and my friend just out of whatever, we wanted to host a little car meetup. So we just text a few people, we sent a few messages on Facebook, and we had 30 cars show up to this little car meetup that we had. And it was nothing biggie, it was nothing extraordinary, but just because car guys are car guys, and it was a car meetup and a car show, people came. So dude, I would highly, I would think that would work out pretty fairly well. Is your car scene pretty active?
You know what? For that car show, yeah, because they only have it once a year. So a lot of these guys, like there was one car club that came down from Los Angeles. So it's a pretty well-known car show, or that little car scene. It was pretty well known. Just like the every year here in the Qualcomm Stadium, they have that SoCal Euro. The last year when I went, there wasn't a big crowd, but this year that I went, man, there was car clubs coming from Fresno. There was another one from San Francisco. So they make their way all the way down here for that SoCal Euro, man, and that was pretty cool. That I'm trying to get involved with them as well as uh, uh, like selling products or be like with like sponsor them maybe even if I can. Just because it is, I see that a huge market that's untapped by anybody or by some of the detailers like in our kind of business.
Yeah, dude, I would definitely say I think that'd be a good strategy. If you host like a local car show or car meet, maybe not a car show, but a car meetup every month, and have it
Yeah.
for 2 hours, and for 1 hour, it's just everyone's having a good time. I don't know if you want to have drinks every single time; that'd be kind of expensive. But have whatever little snacks, water, and then the second part of it is when you do your workshop, and at the end of it, that's when you pitch your little spiel of, hey, you guys, I also have products here too. Why don't you look at that? So, and then keep it on a monthly basis. So, month by month, more people are more people are aware of this car show or this car meetup that you host, and you'll be the go-to guy every the first Tuesday of every month. You'll be that guy that, oh look, Henry's hosting his car meetup or car show today. Let's go. And then month after month, you're just gonna start building it bigger and bigger and bigger. Or you can have even like 1 week is like muscle cars, the next week is like imports, the third week is like trucks or whatever. But just like I think that would be like the best strategy for you in terms of targeting the local market, just building up on a monthly basis so everyone knows the first Tuesday, the first Thursday of every week of every month, Henry hosts his car meetup. Let's go, and as it goes, and hopefully you make it better and better every month and not boring and stale. More people are gonna come and for 2 hours. Your first hour is just for fun. Your second hour is when you do your workshop.
Yeah, and the only problem with that is with these car clubs, the whole car club scene. There's that one person that you got to talk to that knows everybody there. So he's the one you got to entice. And fortunately, I was lucky enough to talk to that one person with this car club, and he's the one that I talked to the most about setting it up here at the shop. So I like to think that because of that one guy, he made them all show up. And believe me, there's one in every car club. You'd be like, that's the guy that you got to talk to like make shit happen. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah. No, yeah. Then definitely, I would definitely do that. And when we get off this call, I'm gonna send you some. Did you do have you done a raffle like online?
No.
Like okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna share with you this tool. That so basically the typical raffle style is that like if you have a raffle and you want more people to come, then tell more people to come, and then you just give the raffle away, right? Like, hey, invite your friends and we're giving a raffle, right? But the more people come, the less chance you have of winning that prize, right? Like if you invite more people and you get more tickets but more people come, your chances of winning are still very slim. But with this software tool is that as more people invite others, the more invites one person sends, the more points that person gets. And the more points that person gets, the higher the chances of them winning the prize. So if I invite 10 people online, then I'll get 50 points. So the more people I invite, the more points I get to win that raffle. So it's in my best interest to get as many people to sign up for that raffle online because I get the most points. So I'm gonna share with you that tool, and I'm telling you that, and that will help you a lot too. If you're giving away a badass prize, like a polisher is kind of that's a big one. But if you're giving something cool, yeah, like a bunch of towels or brushes and products, combined with that style of rap of giveaway, it'll totally hit off.
Okay. I see what you mean. That's a pretty good enticement in like trying to make them do the work for you,
Oh
basically.
yeah, 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 definitely. Yeah, again, like, and that's why the price itself has to be like, I really want it. Like, if you're giving away one spray bottle, it ain't gonna be the biggest deal in the world. So the price itself is like a big thing too. Like, they have to hurt if they don't show up because they might not get it. Like, it has to be that good of a prize for people to
Yeah.
actually care about coming.
Oh yeah.
Because other than that, they can just buy it for $10 online,
Yeah,
which is
man.
the which is the truth. Other than that, so yeah, so wrapping it up. So is there anything else that you wanted to go over?
Um, no, that's pretty much it. I mean, unless you want to add something.
Yeah, I mean, I would continue to say just keep on posting, like just keep on posting on Instagram. Those, I mean, have you seen Insane Paint Auto Detailing
No, I haven't.
by Chase Tubbs with Shine
No.
Supply?
I
He's a distributor for Shine Supply, but he's doing exactly what you do too. He has he only sells Shine Supply products, but he has a pretty big following, and I'll send you his links. But he's, I mean, you're essentially doing exactly what he's doing, or you should do exactly what he's doing. Where he has a YouTube channel, he has an Instagram channel, he has a big following, but he only sells locally, and he's pretty successful with it. And again, it just, short little minute videos on Instagram showing people what's going on, how to use what, quality photos, which I'm sure you do all of that too. So I'll send you his stuff so you can check him out. And I'm telling you, it's the exact model you're trying to replicate, where you're just selling locally. He has a an account with Shine Supply. He brings in monthly orders, and he sells it just locally. He doesn't ship anything. He sells it just locally. So I'll send you that link so you can just kind of see what he's doing too, because it's exactly what you're describing to me.
Okay.
So that'd be cool. And then no, but yeah, I would definitely say, dude, just keep on banging out Instagram videos, like 6 a day if possible, like over the course, like one every 2-3 hours. Just pump out as many videos as you can, because there's so much noise on Instagram. Keep on using the proper hashtags. You did your research on the, like the San Diego, North San Diego, all that good stuff. Keep on pumping that out. But definitely just keep on posting. Like, do not stop posting for whatever reason. Do not stop posting, because like,
Yeah.
again, you're building traction. So once you stop posting, your traction goes away. So I would do that, and then if possible, do that car meet or car meetup, car show, whatever you want to call it, once a month, and keep on building that too, so you can build up your local audience.
Okay.
If my
It's somewhat hard, especially I'm one person obviously, and it's somewhat hard. I'm doing about maybe a video every other day. Just because I mean I got to run my business. I got to do the business as well. So it's time consuming, and you got to sit there and like fidget with your phone, and then I also got a life. I got my kid, my wife, my personal stuff. So it's hard making all that time to do everything.
No, yeah, dude, definitely. But yeah, and what I would do is like, and I don't mean you have to. So a good way to do it is, let's say the first, like, let's say 1 week, all you're doing is recording the videos, right? So let's say Monday through Wednesday, you have 3 cars coming in, right? And you record literally, and it just has to be 1 minute videos. It's nothing intensive, nothing professional, just 1 minute videos, right? And make as many videos as you can Monday through Wednesday, and then for the next 4 days, just edit them, whatever you need to do, and just take your time with it. And then the next week, just schedule them out for the remaining. So try to batch everything into like 3 days, then edit everything over 3 days, and then post everything over like a week. You don't have to record, edit it, take the time, post it, and then do it all over again. Like, try to do 10 over the course of like 2 days, then take 2 days to edit them, then post, twice a day over the course of a week from all those videos that you recorded. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And honestly, like my thing is like what you just said. Like I shoot the video, I edit it, and that's where a lot of my time goes into, like the editing. I want to make sure it's I'm pronouncing every word properly, and or I'm spelling every word properly. There's a proper grammar, proper punctuation, all that stuff. and I gotta make sure I got the right hashtags. So man, it's for a detailer or for a person that's kind of OCD, it's time consuming, and that's what sometimes bites me in the butt just because I'm all like, man, I've already sat here for 2 hours.
Yeah, and on the hashtags, do you write out the hashtags every single time, or do you have them saved in your phone?
No, I got them saved on my notes. On one of my I have an app that's notes, and I have under hashtag templates. So I have one for paint correction, headlight restoration, engine detail, paint correction, and then I got some other ones that have. I did my research on the what's the best or what's the most looked for hashtag. So then I got those, like there's the hashtag love, hashtag cute, hashtag in a picture of day or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of like throw those in randomly, and basically whatever gets the most, there's sometimes where like I'll play around, okay, let's do this picture or this video or this picture with the word hashtag love. Let's do the next one with hashtag cute. And then I compare those, see which one gets more. So then the one that has more, obviously I'll use that one that week. And then I'll do the same thing, like Monday comes around, I'll use, okay, let's do this hashtag and this hashtag. Let's see which one gets more. And then, okay, this one got more. Okay, this week we're using this one.
No, yeah,
So
that.
and I play with them like that. But again, like for a person that has like OCD, that like man, everything's got to be like legit online, on par with everything. And again, that's the most time consuming and sometimes frustrating, to be like, damn, I've been here for 2 hours. I've already just done one video. Okay,
Oh,
now let's
okay, yeah, I
on to the
see.
next one.
Wait, so
So
you take that long, like even on an Instagram video?
no, I mean, I was just using that as an
Oh, okay.
example. But like the most I think I'd take like on an Instagram picture, not a video, maybe like 20 minutes.
Mm.
You know, just like trying to find the good, hashtags or the perfect grammar, the perfect spelling, or the perfect verbiage on there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So you have the OCD problem then. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Cause yeah. How many times do you post per week? I mean per day. I'm sorry. If like maybe once.
Yeah, I gotta say once a day.
Yeah. I see. If
Daily though, I've been doing like maybe in a day I'll probably do like three, and then the next day I won't do any, and then the next day I'll probably do two, and then I've been ramping it up a little bit more. So I'm getting there to like I want to do it to like one a day or maybe two a day, if it's possible. So I'm getting there.
Yeah. Okay. Send me your Instagram handle so I can check you out. See what you got going on too, and now I'll send you a few strategies that I've learned that I know will benefit you big time.
Sweet, thanks, man.
So I'm gonna send you a lot of information, which once we get off this call, so you can hopefully you can grow
Yeah.
everything.
And not to be like brown nosing or anything, but dude, your videos by far they're more informative than the videos that are out there, dude. You like they're short and sweet and to the point.
Yeah.
You know, the ones you do like the top three tips to do for which was your last video you did? I just got it this morning.
Oh, to increase revenue.
Yeah, to increase revenue. It's ideas that like they're simple. And you're like, man, why did I think of that? Or man, I gotta get on top of this. I gotta do this now. Or just like, damn, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Or even just like testing, like, oh damn, I should probably test this out. And it's like it's more informative than again than the other videos that are out there because they'll sit and talk there for like 10 minutes and they'll kind of like just beat around the bush and not actually get to the point, and that's what frustrates me sometimes on these videos. They're like, dude, okay, you're talking about the brush, all the features, but you're not talking about how it actually like performs or how it works. Yeah, it's got this handle and it's got these bristles and they're good on this, and but you're not saying how it works or how it would benefit your business.
Yeah, well, I
So
appreciate those words, man. Yeah, yeah, all of that is stemmed from how many mistakes I made when I first started, and just like you probably made a quadrillion mistakes,
yeah,
more than that. So yeah, I really appreciate those words.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and that just how you said that, where you look at those videos about people explaining the brushes and how it, just talking but not really explaining. Then you
yeah,
just need to become that guy that's explaining it exactly how you'd want it on YouTube. So you can always become the go-to expert on
yeah.
detailing products. Like you can also be that person that everyone looks up to when it
Oh
comes
yeah.
to anything detailing related.
And honestly, dude, I wish I would have seen your video back when I first started. It was 8 years ago. When I first started detailing, man, I went crazy, and I spent like almost 3 G's worth on
Yeah, hey,
product.
same here.
Never used more than half of them. So I'm like, man, like why didn't I see his video before? Like that product, that video you did of the products that you just use for your interior. You just have two chemicals, your brushes, your vacuum, the attachments, and that's it. And that's what I use today.
Yeah, I know it's.
Man, the crevice tool, the that hand tool, two brushes, a wet brush, a dry brush, and two diluted chemical. One chemical diluted in two ways.
Yeah.
Those are the products I use, and of course, and that's it. That's it. Sometimes I have to use that brush with that nappy carpet, but dude, man, I went all out and I bought this brush and I bought a dog hair brush and I bought. Oh my god, I spent 3 grand and I'm all like, damn, these guys sucking me into buying all this stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm saying I wish I looked at that video too when I first started because it was terrible. Yeah, same thing. I purchased a VX 5000, which was like $1,000 or like $1,200 to get it to my house. On top of like all the other brushes and towels, and at the end of it, I'm like, damn, I didn't use any of this.
Exactly.
None
Yeah.
of this was used. This is terrible.
Yeah, and I mean it happens, but it's like a lesson learned, and like now I'm more picky on what products I buy, or if I see like with me I'm like a huge towel guy and a huge brush guy. If I see a brush, I'll be like, ooh, I'll buy it, and then I'll have it. And I'll be like, what can I use it for? When I should be like, what can I use that brush before I buy it?
Yeah, yeah, big time.
And that's but me, I'm like I collect things like that. Since me, like I got into the tint, the window tint stuff. Now it's the same thing with the Exacto knives. Those like I see one at Home Depot, gotta buy it, and I just gotta buy it. I'll be like at the end of the day or at the end of the week, I have like 15 different blades, and I
Yeah.
just one.
Yeah,
So
that's definitely a big problem.
that's just something I gotta work on. Where I'll be like, man, I gotta stop buying stuff without if I need it, I'll buy it. If I don't, I'm gonna buy it. So that's one thing I'm working on.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man.
All right, Henry, we'll get off this call. I'm gonna send you a bunch of information right now offline,
Nice, thanks.
and I'll keep tabs with you to make sure if you need help with anything, I'm more than willing to help.
Sweet, thanks, man.
All right, Henry, take it easy, buddy.
All right, see you later, Oscar.